Hey friends, had a thought and I just wanted to hop on and share. I want you to imagine you go to a restaurant. You've put a lot of thought and effort and energy into reading reviews of this restaurant, and you check it out and you're so excited. You're going there on a date or taking some friends or, going there by yourself, whatever. And you go check out this restaurant and you eat there and you get food poisoning and you get really frustrated. Because you were really looking forward to it. You went there to get fed and you wanted to be fed quality food. And yet you got, expired food, bad fish, whatever it was, you got food poisoning. You don't swear off eating. You don't stop going to all restaurants. You just stop going to that restaurant because it's toxic, because it poisoned you. But you don't stop eating altogether. And I say that, and again, this is not maybe the greatest analogy, but it is an analogy. There are people who have deconstructed their Christian faith, and people who are called ex-evangelicals because they've left the evangelical movement. And some of them within those camps have left the faith altogether. Now, they haven't just left church. They haven't just left organized church. They haven't just left a church. They have left the faith. They do not consider themselves to be Christians. And that's like getting food poisoning at one restaurant and swearing off all food, or getting food poisoning at 5 restaurants and swearing off all food. Hey, just stop eating at those restaurants. Those are toxic. Those chefs obviously don't care. They're not putting care and concern into the ingredients, into the preparation, and into what they give you as the consumer. And I hate to use that word consumer in an analogy of church, but you get where I'm going here. There are toxic churches, there are toxic pastors, there are toxic congregations, there are toxic doctrines and practices, and so much toxicity that does exist within American Christianity, but you don't stop going to church. You don't stop being a follower of Jesus Christ just because there was some food poisoning in your spiritual food. You just swear off those churches. I encourage you, don't leave the faith over bad Christians, over bad churches, over bad pastors. They will be held accountable. God will see to that. But don't leave the faith over them. All right? I encourage you, research, find a good Bible-believing church in your community, or research organic church and gather together with some believers in Christ in your neighborhood, some friends of yours, and just read a passage in the Bible and talk about it. Church looks like a lot of different ways in every different country across this globe. It doesn't have to be Sunday morning at 10 a.m. with fog and lasers and coffee and greeters and parking lot attendants and, the pastor with, dressed however, hipster or, 3-piece suit. Church looks different in every culture and in every different country across this globe. But don't leave the faith. Don't let bad chefs ruin your love for food. Don't let bad pastors, bad churches ruin your love for Christ. I encourage you, stay close to Christ, even as you're figuring all of this out. Hope it helps, folks.